Hey guys, I'm Julian, and this is my new radio. I'm not at my desk today because you can probably see there's like a mess behind me, and I've been really everything's been taken over from cutting kits. I've been cutting cardboard for the custom boxes that I ship stuff in. I've got foam here for shipping stuff. That's all for the Valkyrie beta tester stuff, which I explained in my last video. But anyways, it's my birthday today, and for my birthday I got a very special present, and that is a Taranis X9D Plus. I actually didn't buy the combo with the receiver, but I bought the receiver separately, and we're going to go ahead and open it because I don't want to wait any longer. So I'll just talk about this a little bit as I open it. The Taranis it's a 16 channel radio, and it has 60 model memories. It has voice alerts. It's got like a very good signal integrity. Anyway, it's packed full of features for like $250. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I'm moving up from like a DX6i, so this is I'm so happy. If you guys can't tell, I'm really excited. So this isn't actually going to be a full review video. It's more like special. So we've got the radio, which has like sliders. It's got a lot of 3-position switches. I'm gonna be like clicking those endlessly. Sliders. Ooh, the gimbals are really smooth. And then you got like a movable antenna right here. Now we're gonna move on to the rest of the stuff, and you get a Taranis neck strap, and that clips on to here. That balances pretty nicely. They give you this balancer, so, and you can choose like different holes for it to balance on, which is nice. And then you also get a charger, which is nice, which is 15 volt, 500 milliamp. Not bad. Okay, so what kind of battery does it have? So this is a nickel metal hydride AA 2000 milliamp 7.2 volt battery. Cool, for X9D, so I guess it's like specific to the radio. Wait, and there's an SD card in there. Look, micro SD card slot here. I'm not sure you guys can see that quite well, but right in there, that is micro SD card, and they give you an SD card with it. That is 1 gigabyte. Alright, so plenty of room to upgrade, and I guess that's really nice because you can like upgrade it, so you can do a bunch of programming for it on the computer and then I guess load it onto the radio, because from what I've read, this can be a pretty hard radio to program. Module slot, in case you want to use modules. I guess that's why a lot of people get this, because you can use modules with it. We've got, I think this is like earphones right here, trainer port and USB port, and let's turn it on. This is a nice case as well. It's nice. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to get the this version, is because it came with a carrying case and I didn't want to have any risk of dropping it. Okay, so here we go.
Welcome to OpenTX.
It talks! I'm really confused.
Low battery too high.
Low battery too high. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'm sure I'll figure that out a little bit later. But as you can see, I've actually already got stuff entered in here. So if you thought that this is my very first impressions, that this is the very first time that I opened the box, then I did a really good job of acting, and you guys got fooled. But it's not about me fooling you. It's about showing you what it's like. And that was pretty much what I was like when I actually opened the box. So you got a pretty realistic impression. But yeah, it's really, really nice. I went ahead and I adjusted the gimbal sticks a little bit. I've gone in, I've done a lot of, well, I've sort of got into the programming, I mean, and then I'll just give you like a little bit right here. So you've got, you can do 60 models, and I'll actually go, so you can see 60 all the way up to 22, da da da, you know, and then it cycles back, you know, if you skip over. But that is that, and then you can do pages and everything. It's very complex, you know. There's a lot of computerized stuff that can go on with the radio. So you've got flight modes, you've got inputs. Half this stuff I don't even know what it means yet. You've got mixes, servos, curves, global variables. If you want to help me with that, you can tell me in the comments, because I don't know what global variables are yet. I'm sure I'll find it on YouTube. Curves, global variables again, logistical switches, logical switches, and you can see I've done a few logical switches there for when I get telemetry set up. This is going to be my first telemetry radio too. I'm so excited. And then special functions which you can assign to the logical switches in order to correspond them to like play tracks or do different stuff like that. So anyway, that's cool. And then when you exit, you can go into the actual radio programming stuff, where you've got the date, the time. So right now it's 23:42 and 18 seconds. And it is the 4th of September, which I think is pretty nice. And the nice thing about this radio is, if you're coming from radio that beeps, this one doesn't beep, or you can set it so that it doesn't beep when you mess around with the buttons and everything, which I don't know, I think that's pretty nice. And then you've got SD/HC card and trainer stuff for setting up, and the version of the software and everything, and switch test or analog inputs, hardware, you know, just all that nice stuff, calibration. But I'm sure that there's a bunch of menu screens that I haven't gotten into yet that I'll have a fun time getting into later, but I really like it so far. I really do, because I'm coming from, and let me walk over here, ignore the massive stuff. I'm coming from this. So, having the difference between these two cannot be overstated. Like, really, there's just such a massive disconnect between what this is and what this is. And I used to defend this heartily, and now I'm thinking, yeah. So I'm probably gonna do, you know, after this, because I can't give you guys a review or an overview, you know, having, you know, I haven't even had this thing for a day. I got it today. Today's my birthday. This is when I got it. Best birthday present ever, honestly. But in all seriousness, I like it so far. I'm gonna do a full review later, you know, full, you know, setting it up with the planes that I use. But I'm absolutely sure that it's going to be great so far. I mean, I'll just get used to...
2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining. I got to finish up quickly then. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get used to it. It'll probably come smoothly along once I actually understand how to do the programming and everything. And I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard really good things about this radio, and so I want to use it, and I want to fly with it, and I want to keep it forever, because it's going to be fun. And I'm not going to use this one. Can use this one. But yeah, those are my impressions on the Taranis X9D Plus, and with this I got the X8R, I'm pretty sure I said that right, the X8R receiver, which is an 8-channel receiver that can be expanded to 16 channels. No, I'm never going to use 16 channels, who am I? But anyways, I'll do everything. I'll show you guys what's going on, and I'll keep you up to date. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got the Taranis, or if you've got questions about it that we can try and figure out together, hit like, subscribe,
1 minute.
and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy flying.